this video is going to be for the person where the enemy has been lying to you and telling you that you should be further ahead by now. Okay, this is going to be a wonderful word, so make sure that you watch this until the end. So whether you are in business, whether you are in ministry, whether you are in motherhood, or whether it is your personal growth, right? You have been feeling this weight of timelines, right? And most of the times it is because of comparison, because you know that the calling on your life is urgent, right? And it's heavy, and it's a kingdom call. It's not the same call like everyone else. But sometimes you end up carrying that burden where you compare yourself to other people and think that you should be further ahead. Enemy has been lying to you, not just with you feeling like you should be further ahead in your business, but also you even feeling like maybe you've wasted too much time in a specific friendship, right? Or in a specific business, or in a season in your life, right? Maybe you feel like you should have started sooner, or that you would be further if you didn't make certain decisions in your life. I know sometimes you can get in that season of even feeling like others are doing less but still seeing more progress than you, right? And so I want to give you truth today, and I want to set your mind free, because I used to be in this place and I know exactly how it feels to be in this mind battle. So I want to reassure you that you are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on time, and you are exactly where you need to be, right? The Bible tells us that for everything there is a season, there is a time, and there is a purpose under heaven, right? And this is in the book of Ecclesiastes. And so I want to let you know that God's timing is not your timing. God is not rushed by trends. He's not moved by people's numbers or what may seem popular, right? But instead, he is having you build something that is major, something that is massive. And because of the weight of what you are carrying, it's not something that can be microwaved, and it's not something that can happen overnight. You have been in a season where it's almost like you know that this thing that you're carrying has to be matured. But again, because you see others quickly rising while you're still being refined, you start to get frustrated. But what you need to realize is that right now, while everyone is pushing content, God has you in a place of healing, right? While everyone is doing what their flesh desires, he has you walking away from partnerships, from platforms, from certain things that he doesn't want you doing, and you've been doing it with a pure heart and obeying him because you refuse to be in a place of performance, right? So you have been praying, you have been fasting, you have been building in the secret place, asking God to lead you, to guide you, to give you instructions, to give you wisdom on what you should be doing next, right? And here is what I want to tell you today. You have not missed your moment. You are being prepared for that moment. What I want you to understand is that there's a difference in that. There's a difference between you missing a moment and you being prepared for a moment, and you are currently being prepared for that moment, right? And I want you to know that when your moment comes, you won't just go viral, right? But you'll have the roots to be able to sustain the reach that God is getting ready to allow you to reach, right? I want you to think of people that God used greatly, right? Moses didn't start his assignment until he was 80, right? And you can read about this in Exodus chapter 7. Then we have Joseph that had been waiting for years, right? Between the dream and the palace, right? You can read about this in Genesis. We have David, right? That was anointed, but he was not crowned until the years of waiting, right? And this is in 1 Samuel chapter 16. We have Jesus, right, that waited 30 years before his public ministry, right? And he ended up changing the world in just 3 years. None of them were behind. They were just on heaven's calendar. So are you. You are also on heaven's calendar. You are on God's timing. And there is danger in forcing your own timing. You have to be willing to trust the timing of the Lord, right? Because when you start moving by pressure instead of purpose, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up entering into rooms before you are spiritually mature, right? You're going to end up launching things prematurely, and you're going to end up aligning with people out of fear of missing out, right? And you're going to start striving for things instead of stewarding what God has already placed on the inside of you, which is those gifts. So you do not need to force what God is preparing for you in this season. Understand that your obedience is speeding up things in the realm of the spirit more than hustle could ever do for you, right? Why are you feeling anxious? Why are you trying to why are you not surrendering to the will of God and allowing anxiety to come upon your life? You have to reject that lie in the name of Jesus that you are behind. You have to trust God's timing, even when you don't understand the pace that you are currently going at, right? You have to understand that what may seem like a delay could be a divine protection and not punishment, right? And release yourself from that comparison and choose to be content in this season. Choose to walk in faith, not in a frenzy, right? Because then what's going to end up happening is you're not going to be able to steward what God has given you well in this season. And so I want you to take time to sit with that, have peace with that, knowing that God is perfect and there is no area of your life where you are currently behind, because God is currently rooting you in your purpose, right? And rooting takes a process, right? It's not something that you can hustle your way to, or that you can rush or follow trends and follow the ways of the world. No, you have to make sure that where God is rooting you, that you allow him to root you so that you can be able to stand even through the toughest seasons, and so that you can be able to bear that fruit, and so that you can become the person that he has called you to be. And this is why it's important that you don't compare yourself to anyone else, because your purpose is your purpose. And so I want you to release yourself, right, from feeling like you have to be on a specific timeline, or like you have to prove a point to certain people. You don't have to prove a point to anybody. This walk is between you and God. And as long as you continue to trust him, trust me when I tell you, he's going to prove to you time and time again that you are not stuck, that you are not overlooked, that you are not delayed, that you are not forgotten. You are his chosen one. You are special to him. He loves you, and he is strategically positioning you in this season. He is positioning you in this season so that when you finally succeed, that you will be able to stand in the promises without falling, right? And so again, I want you to let go of that pressure. Let that pressure fall off of you today. Your timeline is not broken. Your pace is prophetic, and you are right on time. In the name of Jesus, I pray that you receive this word. If this word was for you, I want you to comment down below and tell me, what has this word done for you today? Let me know, was this a confirmation for you? Leave your thoughts down below. I would love to hear from you guys, and I pray in the name of Jesus that this message has set many of you free. God bless you.